So, talk about Take Me Home Tonight. DJ, I'm Alan, that's Ben.
At Three Bros with Three Opinions. Oh,
Eddie Money Silly. This is Movie Jet.
Let's go.
So like we were discussing a second ago, this is the first movie we've seen in a really long time that actually has a soundtrack that matches the movie. It's clearly in the 80s, and the soundtrack for this was ridiculous.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you were saying that it just makes the movie. Like soundtracks
A
help
good
the movie.
soundtrack can make or break a movie.
Yeah, and it really made this movie. Unlike Wonder Woman 1984, which sucked and had a terrible soundtrack and didn't have any 80s music in
Yeah,
it.
we're all expecting like great soundtrack.
I
and
hate
all of a
that
sudden,
movie.
Nothing comes out.
Yeah, it's
hate
terrible.
that
Yeah,
movie
so
so much.
this movie was hilarious. You told us to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, should we? I feel like we never explained that. So, like, every once in a while, we're gonna have our picks where one of us recommends the movie. So Ben recommended The Raid. This was your recommendation. Mine's soon to come. And
Yeah, so we're randomly
Good
going to
luck
do
topping
reviews on
that.
what we like. Yeah, so
it's gonna be tough.
you said watch this movie, and I didn't remember the name when you said it. Like, Take Me Home Tonight. I'm like, what stupid movie is that?
Yep.
But then when I turned it on, I was like, oh, I've seen this. It's hilarious.
Yep.
And it was.
Same here.
Like, I laughed the whole way through. Like, I remembered it. It just didn't really have a title that matches the movie.
You giving a quick synopsis or?
I mean, so it's the kid from That 70s Show, Topher Grace.
Yeah.
He went to MIT, super nerd, super dork, smart as all hell.
Smart kid.
But he still lives with his family, and he doesn't want to do anything. He has no clue what he wants to do with his life, but he's talented. And
Working
can
at Suncoast Video, bro.
Yeah, he can get any job he
Number one.
wants, but he works at Suncoast Video.
Could be an
and
astronaut.
I was gonna say.
He had his high school crush, Teresa Palmer.
Yeah, Tori
She's-
Frederking.
Yeah, she's back in town, and he's getting all giddy excited because it's his big break to try to, like, get back in there.
Land the big fish.
Yeah, get
Ever
back in
since
there.
there's 7 minutes in heaven back in like 4th grade.
Right,
Which
right.
nothing happened.
Which nothing
Which
happened.
nothing
but
happened.
She totally said he was a good kisser.
Yeah.
Like, how
she
badass
covered
is
for
that?
him. She's covered for him.
lied.
She's tight.
She's
She's tight, yeah. But it just is his journey to get to the apex,
Yeah.
so to say, of her and his buddy, man. His
I thought
buddy
you said
that,
get-
like,
That's what I'm
helps him
saying.
get there.
That's like that is not even the best part of the movie. The
It's
best
his
part of the
friend.
movie is his best friend Barry, who
Yeah.
is just a disaster of a human.
Take a ride at these lights up here. We're just gonna borrow it.
Oh, he's a disaster in the best way.
But he's
In
great.
the best way.
But he's a disaster. But he's like, I want to hang out with that guy.
Yeah.
He reminds me of you, except like 100 pounds heavier.
And without the cocaine use.
I was like, like, with the slick back hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so his buddy is probably the thing that made this movie what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, Barry makes this movie.
Just take away the probably. It was
Yeah.
Barry.
So Topher Grace in this, he's forgettable. Like, you don't really care about him. Like, you care about him because you want to see him get to Teresa Palmer, because of course you care about Teresa Palmer.
'Cause she
come on,
looks
You care about her. But
so mold.
but
like,
his character is almost pointless because it doesn't really matter. It's him getting to where he's going and all the people that surround him that are
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yep.
Chris Pratt's in this.
Chris Pratt's great in
A
it.
young Chris Pratt.
Yeah, real young.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
His-
pre-chubby Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt has the most disgusting crying face.
Yeah,
When he was
the end.
crying at the end, he was like, there was like snot running down his nose.
He was
like,
sobbing.
Yeah, there was like spit coming out of his mouth. I was like, dude, you look like the baby from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Little awkward baby.
Yeah, I know what
Like,
you're talking about.
disgusting.
Yeah, and he in this movie, Topher Grace, you watch him try to create this big story about how he works for
Goldman Sachs?
Goldman Sachs because
Yeah.
he's trying to impress Teresa Palmer. And at the end of the movie, he finally reveals, "Hey, I was lying, but I love you." Blah,
Carlos,
blah, blah,
the guy in the
blah.
wheelchair, though,
Yeah,
slays
yeah.
me too.
So when he's at the party, so they go to a party. They go to a I almost want to call it a reunion party, but like
Yeah,
the
it's like
high school
reunion
party.
house
It was,
party.
it was a Labor
Yeah.
Day party at Chris Pratt's house.
Yeah, but from everybody they went to high school with. But at the end of the movie, like, he finally gets the girl. That's obvious. You knew that from the very beginning of the movie, but none of that mattered. Nobody cares. Everybody cares what Barry does.
It's
So,
all about
Barry is the funniest thing in this whole movie.
And that's why I picked this movie, because I know me and you would laugh at Barry, and I know he would like the love story.
right.
So
Exactly.
this is kind of like
it works out perfectly.
This is like a mixture of like
Both worlds.
everybody's
Everybody's happy.
everybody's happy here.
Yeah, but Barry, man, he goes from losing his job at the car dealership, and then when they steal
the car?
when
Well,
they steal the car, that scene.
Oh, I love when he goes, I got the keys. I know the alarm codes. We're good to go. And they go in with the keys. He unlocks the door and he's punching the codes. He's like, they changed the codes. They must not trust me.
he's like, I wonder why.
Yeah. But then they get in the car and they open the glove box and they find a little
Little Booger Sugar.
Booger Sugar in there.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I've heard nose candy, the devil's dandruff.
Oh yeah, little booger sugar.
Well, and Topher Grace doesn't really do it. Like he tasted, but he didn't really do it. But when Barry finally does a little,
Tongue is numb.
when he finally does a little snorskies.
He's like,
Well, when he comes up, his whole nose is covered.
Right, but then he says to himself, he's like, "Oh, my life's like something like this is the worst ever. Go figure. I'd get the stuff that doesn't work."
Yeah.
And then what does he say?
He's like, blammo. And he goes out, he's like,
then he does the dance. Then he has the dance off. Then
which I love that was in the movie because that's such an 80s like movie
thing.
scene.
Yeah.
boy.
But I like how they turned
To have
it.
a dance
White
off.
boy.
Well, I like how they turned it because they didn't leave it as a dance off. Well, they didn't leave it as a dance off to like where, oh, this is a dance off, the end. It's a dance off, and then he like swift kicks the dude in the nuts. And then the guy's like, okay, all right, shake it off, let's just shake on him. He's like, okay, boom, does it again.
Boy, and he kicks him again.
Yeah, so,
You won't be Future Man for Halloween.
right, well, that's the best part. So when they leave the first
Ben
party,
texts me, goes, this guy reminds me of you.
yeah. So when they leave the party and they go to the Beverly Hills party to follow Teresa Palmer and her friends there, and silly side note, Teresa Palmer's friend is from Tokyo Drift.
Yeah,
Oh, such
Silly.
a good movie.
loved
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. But anyway, so they get to the Beverly Hills party, and Barry just he can't help himself. He loves cougars.
Let's do this. Occupado.
Actually, it's my friend Francis. He wants to watch. It's not negotiable.
I'm going to try this.
Oh
He
yeah.
loves a cougar.
When she comes up to him, she's like,
Well,
Are you holding?
she
Are
goes,
you
no,
holding?
she goes, is it snowing?
Yeah,
And
right.
he's like,
He's
it's like
like,
65 degrees
because
outside.
at 65 degrees, I laughed so hard at that.
She's like, no, I mean, are you holding? He's like, oh yeah, the coke. Yeah.
yeah. But then when she takes him into the bathroom
Yeah.
and starts doing the business with him,
Yeah.
then Alan walks in,
Yeah.
and Alan's in the
Whoa.
scene.
Why am I the pervert?
Alan,
you're like,
Alan, your
why
future
am
man.
I-
You laughed just like, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. So she's got this really old white-haired dude that looks kind of like Jay Leno, but like
In a spacesuit.
right. It's like
Yeah.
it's like Russian Jay Leno, and he gets in there and he just starts staring at Barry, and Barry's so freaked
And
out
getting
by it.
closer, just slowly getting closer.
He's like, take yours to go. Get out of here.
yeah, take it to go. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So,
He just
so
wants to
Alan
watch.
starts watching Barry, and Barry freaks out. But that
can't
was
do
my
it.
favorite scene in this movie. That whole
Yeah, that
that
always-
whole
It always
section.
kills me.
That
That
whole
part.
bathroom scene is so funny.
The bathroom
Yeah.
part's always my
You
favorite.
know what I
always-
thought
I
about?
lose it.
I thought about you saying, let the boy,
let the boy watch.
Watch.
let Barry.
He needs to see what is being consecrated here.
That's all it is.
All right. So should we just rate it?
Yeah.
You picked it. You got to go first.
I'm giving it an 8.75.
8.75.
I'm going to
Okay.
go, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it.
8.75.
No, I finished.
I'm going to go
I'm done.
hard, and I mean it hard. I love this movie.
Yeah.
Loved
It's an 8 for me too because I laughed.
It's the entire
Hard.
way. And real quick, do you guys miss video stores?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I miss going there and be like, I'm going to pick out a video, go back and watch. I love
Suncoast or a Blockbuster or something like that.
Video
Yeah.
King. Like,
Oh,
I miss that.
Yeah, it was more than just going to rent a movie. It's the journey of like going there with your boys or whoever, a girl, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, which one you want to watch? And then
Yeah.
getting back home and finally getting to
Oh,
do it.
because
Now it's just click the button,
Well,
which
you-
is tight, but it's not the same.
It's not the same like shuffling through Netflix as it is like walking through aisles going like, oh my God, look at this, whatever it may be.
Right.
Loved it.
Yeah, I love this movie because of how rewatchable it is.
Oh yeah, you
It
can
is
watch this movie
very,
so many
very
times.
watchable.
You can wait a week and watch it again, and you still laugh
And
just as hard.
it's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
laughs.
it's funny every time.
It's
funny
just
every
a
time.
great movie.
And
Yeah.
the,
So 8.75, 8, and
hard eight, hard
Yeah.
eight.
8.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Good pick.
yeah.
Good pick for you.
Definitely good
Boy.
movie. Definitely watch it.
All right, if there's nothing else, like and subscribe, and we're out.
See that?
That's good.
Be my little baby.